Alright, for anyone that's tuning in, thanks for tuning in here. Uh, Quite a simple build here. We'll trying to get this a little more on the desk here. You can see a bit more. Um, and for anyone tuning in, we're going to be putting a heatsink on this. No lie, this is the first time I've done this. My cable's getting hung on my leg there. First time I've put one onto these here. I did go ahead and clean this off prior to getting this. Otherwise, it would say Corsair, I believe, is on there, whatever brand it is. I think it was Corsair, but regardless, we're going to be putting that on here in just a minute. But before we do that, we got to get it open. We'll go through what all's in this box here. Again, the first time I've opened this, and hopefully I have a pair of scissors in here. I am going to have to cut something, I know that. So hopefully I do have the scissors. I need to cut it. So hopefully you can all see this on stream. See, got our little clips. I know it's going to be hard to see there for the stream, but those are the clips that are going to go on this. Obviously, we have our thermal pads that will just drop everywhere. Two thermal pads. We'll be using those here in just a moment. I believe one is thicker. That one is less thick. That one is thicker, so this one here is going to go on the top, and the thinner one is going to go on the bottom. I have to say, it does look really nice here. We'll see pretty simple instructions, I would imagine. Thermal pad, so very simple instructions there. I'll let y'all see them. Not much to it. So we'll set that over there. And I have this new toolkit thing I didn't get as a pair of scissors, so again, I do hope I have a pair. I did get the original packaging. Let's see if you can see it. It does tell you it's original, so you know it hasn't been tampered with or anything like that. And it's actually sealed up really good here. There we go. So we'll get this thing open, as it is not the original packaging anymore. It is destroyedly open, and it's not even a package. It actually just unwraps here. So interesting there, but regardless, we'll get it open. Maybe it is a bag. Alright, it is a bag. It didn't look like it was there for a second, but it is. Oh, there you have it. We'll pop it out of its little casing, bagging, whatever you want to call it. And again, there's not much to it. This is the nickel-plated one, is what I opted to go with. Just for my own needs. I'm going to, obviously, it looks like I'm going with the orange and white. I know the orange and blue probably came out on top, but I think the orange and white is going to look the best. So that is why I'm going with that. And they didn't have orange for some reason or another. They did not have orange as a color, so I had to go with the nickel plating, as I think it will match the best here with my case and everything in it. I guess I could have gone with black, but just didn't feel black. I wanted it to stand out a little bit, so that is why we did what we did. I'm trying to get this thing off. There we go. Now you can see its nice little EK Waterblocks logo. I only went with this, honestly, because I've seen someone use one. Not for any particular reason. Their brand is better than anybody else's. It's strictly because it's the brand I've seen people use. So, yeah, that's the only reason for anyone that's out there watching why I went with this particular brand. There was no reason as far as one being better than the other one or anything like that. So we'll hopefully get these on here, as they do go on a certain way. And I know a streamer's name we won't mention had some issues with his not wanting to go on because they were too big. So hopefully that is not the issue here. Hopefully we do not have that same issue. And it looks like I do not have scissors in here. I could have sworn I did. Apparently I do not. So we are going to wing this here. I have a very specific way of doing these. For one that's never done them, I usually typically get your finger, and you just get your fingernail. Hopefully you have some, and you just put an indentation. Just push down and put it. And you can leave an indentation, kind of see roughly about where you want your cut to be. And we're gonna try to find something to cut this on without cutting my desk. So. There we go. That'll do it. So I'll set off to the side. So you just put the little indent in there. Works out pretty good. And then we will take this sticky off. And we will stick it on here. Like so. Get on there nice and good. Not perfect, but it gets the job done. That's not 100% straight. I would like it to be a little nicer because I'm OCD, but it covers it up and gets the job done. We might see if we can lift up just a hair. Maybe scoot it over. There we go. So, OCD kicking in. It's a little straighter now. And crap. And I just did that. I told Mike, I don't know if he's out there watching, I told him to watch because I'd probably screw something up. As I did, I put the skinny side on the wrong one. So I told him to be out there watching. I don't know if he is. But if you are, Mike, there you go. Everyone will screw up eventually. As I just put the wrong side down. So now we get to do that all over again. So stick that down there. Keep it padded while we go and cut this one again. Cover up everything that needs to be covered anyway. Alright. I don't recommend cutting on your toolkit box, but that's all I had. Oh, I did forget to link it. My bad. I knew I was forgetting to do something when I got the stream started. If you want to link it for me, Box, that'd be great. I completely forgot. As I was so engrossed with getting this thing on here so I could get it in the computer when I do eventually get it up and running. Straighten this thing out just a little. Alright, there we go. I always knew that'd be the easy part. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're definitely worth it. They work from everything I've been told. I hope I don't run into the same issue to a name that I don't really want to mention because I don't watch him anymore. But he had the issue with it being too thick and not wanting to fit on. So let's hope we don't have that issue here today. So we are going to be watching for that as we'll go ahead and get this thing going here. I didn't figure this would be a very long stream, as it isn't looking like it. Anyway, this is where it's going to get interesting. This is going to be very close, a very close fit. So hopefully these do go on without any issues. And it's not going to, so. I didn't expect these to go on without an issue. We're just gonna have to kind of wing it here. See if we can get this thing on without too much of a fight anyway. Kind of what I was afraid of was going to happen. I'm kind of wishing I hadn't put the stream on for this one now. This is going to be difficult. Probably maybe help if we read the instruction manual. I'm thinking, unfortunately. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking this thing goes on. I think it's gonna fit. I just don't know if I'm gonna have to tweak it a little bit to make it fit. That's the question. I know, Box, you were watching the stream where this person that I don't really want to talk about because I don't watch him anymore, he had issues as well with this thing not wanting to go on. I think we're going to have to use some pliers here to try to get this thing on. Yeah, I think we're going to have to modify it a little bit. This thing is pretty wide. Hmm. Yeah, it's not wanting to work at all. So we will figure out a way to make this work. I know the issue isn't necessarily the clip, is that this thing has this piece here has the things on both sides. That's what the problem is. So getting it around both those seems to be the problem because I'm thinking it will go. It's wide enough to go. It's just gonna take a lot of fighting. All right, we'll try that. Putting both sides on at the same time. I think one of the problems, I think I'm going to have to bend these out a little. And it actually hurts the palm of my hand, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think so. We could try that one too. Let's try sliding it then. Something's got to give because it does not want to go on. Yeah, it really hurts the palm of your hands. You don't hold this thing in there, so. See if we can't slide it. Yeah. I don't think sliding it's going to work either. It's so close. Yeah, I don't. It's really close to going on if we can get a picture of it. It does not want to focus, but it's literally right there. It just will not get on there. Hmm. Yeah. So it'll go on with that. That's the problem. It goes on fine. It's this thing makes it too thick. Hmm. Yeah, Hulk smash is about right. That's about what's happening. Hulk smash is about right. I don't remember how Jay got it on there. We'll just say his name. You know, he does all these fancy builds, but he doesn't show anyone how he does anything. So when he does get it working, he doesn't tell or show anyone. So he just shows it working. That's the problem. And it's literally just like millimeters short of fitting. What's up, Sprint Car? Trying to He-Man smash this thing at the moment. It's not working, so. Oh, come on. It's just so close, but it will not go on. You know what? I'm going to try something here. We are going to try something here, folks. I don't know. Hopefully this doesn't hinder performance. If not, well then we'll know soon enough, won't we? We shall know soon enough. Alright, so I put the thinner pad on the top and bottom. I think it'll still be fine as far as performance goes. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Oh. I don't even know if this is going to work. So that is true. These things are not that expensive. And that is a plus because I probably will jack this thing up here shortly. Yeah, I mean, this thing just does not want to go on. I don't know if y'all can still see it when I'm doing them. Trying to help it out because it looks like it's big enough. I just can't get it to go over. To me. Does anybody remember what Jay did in box? Do you remember what he did to fix it? Because right now it's not working. If I don't put the back plate on, it works fine. It slips right into place. The problem is that they don't make them to have the stuff on both sides. Zip tie it and call it a day. I guess I could technically do that, but I wonder what I could. Do you think I could zip tie it at least enough to hold it together while I messed with it? We could do that. Let's see. I'm kind of glad Mike's not watching right now. At least I don't think he is. Hopefully, had to sandwich it in. Hopefully, Mike is not out there watching. Although this should give him a confidence boost because if I surely they can do better than this. Whoops. Wow, I can't even get a zip tie on this thing today. Okay, note to self, get a bigger zip tie for starters. That's good. I'm glad he's not here. Because he would be watching an epic fail right now. Okay, so we have it zip tied together for the moment. So, it shouldn't go anywhere. Let's hope. Now to somehow get this thing on there. I'll be a monkey's butt. We actually got one on. Once again, zip ties come to the win. Yes, we finally have success. Now we just got to get the other one on. This one should be a doozy of one to get on here. Let's hope it was quite as easy as the first one. Yeah, the front one just does not want to go on. I do not understand that. Ugh, it does not want to go on. The back went on piece of cake, but the front one does not want to go on. I don't understand that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Actually, oh, that wasn't good. There we go. Come on, get past it. Thank you. All right. Try bowing this thing out just a little. The other one was a little bowed out too. Hang it. I figured out why I went down there. If you look, I don't know if you can see this. Losing my voice a little. The backside is actually skinnier because uh, there's actually less to the part itself. Right in here, there's less little memory modules. So it actually I was able to scrunch down more. That's why that one went on so easy. Apparently the state of Texas is calling me. I don't have time for the state of Texas to call me. Yeah, it's not going to go on. I don't think there's anything I can do. Short of not putting this back plate on. Ah, it's just so close. Hell, it's not gonna. Unfortunately, I don't think I can. I don't think it's a matter of fitting or not fitting. If you take this back piece off right here, and you go to line everything up, it goes in perfect. See? Then that side's actually loose. Well, the problem is this. See, that gives you a better idea right there. You can see the backside is skinnier, so the backside will fit on perfect with the plate, but the front side won't because for whatever dumb reason, and EK, I hope they're out there watching this or watch it, EK is stupid. They made this thing to where it is only good if you have one side filled up with memory support or memory. Two, not so much, and that is why this thing will not work. Alright, I had to answer a message there. Yeah, so honestly, I don't think there's anything anybody could do about that. I don't know how Jay got his on there. I know he faced the same issue, but it's an EK water blocks issue. Apparently, they're done with a box of rocks or something. They built these things. You would think it's brand new that they would tweak them a little bit to where that wouldn't be an issue, but it is an issue, and it's. I don't really think there's anything I can do about it. So yeah, um, just one. It's funny is this model is the NVMe model too. So this is the good model. So or the one for this particular NVMe. You would think, being that it is NVMe, that they would know by now, this late in the game, that they take more than on one side, because especially the fact that EK doesn't even make these things. They don't make the M.2 drive, so one would think that they would make them for the rest of the market, but yeah, that's not so much. You know what? Let's try this one last thing. We've got the heatsink on one side, so let's maybe see if we take the heatsink off that side. Maybe by some freaky chance. I really don't want to do this. It's that much closer. It just won't go on. Oh, well, there you have one on. The end that wouldn't go on will go on if I took this off of the bottom side. It'll go on. I mean, I still have the thicker heatsink on this side, on the side, or on the side where all the stuff is, but I don't have it on the thing. I still think this is a huge flaw in their design. Considering, it's a heatsink. They don't make M.2 drives. It almost makes you wonder if they just don't care, because it's air cool kind of thing. It's not water cooling, and they're a water blocks company. Maybe they just don't give a rat's butt about their air products. I don't know, but it is definitely a huge flaw in the thing. And now we can't get this back one to get on, so we'll see if we can get that one on now. This one was going on easy before, and now it won't go on, so I think it will. It's just a matter of fighting with it at this point. Just someone should tag Mike. Tell him to come watch. Even if he can't hear, he can watch this and learn. See, this is what you don't do, Mike. You don't buy a heatsink from EK Water Blocks for air cooling from a water cooling company. Ah. Well, too late now. Now we got it. Now it's just bad. But again, that was way more trouble than it should have been to get that heatsink on. But there you have it. It is on. I had to take half of the heatsink stuff off to make it work, but yeah, that's true. It's kind of fun. I say that it's fun to watch someone struggle, but I just did it, and it wasn't all that fun for me. But yeah, I ended up in order to get this on, in order to get this whole thing on, the thing I had to take this off. So interesting dilemma. I had to sacrifice some of the thermal padding. However, the thicker one here this is the thicker one, is, I don't know if you can really tell how much thicker it is compared to this. It's a little thicker, but regardless, I had to take the thinner layer of this out, but I still have the thicker one on top, where the little processing part is and all that. So I think it'll be fine, and I think that's what he had to do too. As it is installed, so it will be usable. The question is, will it hurt the performance? That's a question I really don't know, and I won't know for a while until I go to plug it in. So, yeah, I think it should still function too. And Yeah, I'm really glad I started this earlier. I was going to start this at 3:30 and give myself an hour to work on this. I think it took about 30 minutes, but man, it seems like it took a lot longer than that. So I really think the nickel will go good with the chrome case. We got the chrome fittings because, quite frankly, that may be nickel, but it looks chrome to me. Maybe nickel and chrome aren't that far off, but again, a royal pain in the hindquarters is what this was. So again, if you're watching this, fix your crap. And I don't know why after all these years they don't have one that fits, because again, had to sacrifice this and had to waste a perfectly good zip tie. So, they should have to pay me like 10 cents or 5 cents for this zip tie that I had to waste. So, there you go, EK. If you're listening, you owe me 5 cents for my zip tie that I had to waste. That was one of my favorite ones, too. So, we'll see if they rebuttal back with it or pay me the 5 cents. Yeah, but I don't think they're going to. They could probably care less about my zip tie. So, there you have it. What are we? I'm like paying attention to Discord chat too. I'm not sure. What do we have here? Who's Gentleman Gamer? I don't even know. But yeah, there you have it. It's installed, or sort of installed. Anyway, looks a little off. Oh well. It's on. That's all I care about. So we'll go ahead and end the stream. Box, thanks for tuning in. Sprint Car, thanks for tuning in. Make sure if you're not already on the Newegg Plays Discord, get in there, as well as joining their page, or their Twitch page here. My chair is making all kinds of noises. If you're not, make sure you get in there to that page, because it is something you definitely want to check out. They have a live stream going on later today, so we'll be watching that. I'll be hosting it as well. So till then, I will see y'all in the next stream.